Hello, Lego fans. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. My name is Andy, and let's talk about Lego. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I do appreciate you taking me along. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I do suggest that you do so right now. It only takes a second. It's absolutely free, and it helps out the channel quite a bit, especially if you enjoy this video. Well, guys, I can say that my platform is completely finished. As you can see, we have our 40 inches here all the way out by 200 inches. And then we have this bridge going over here all the way over to the other platform. And as you can see, I have my railroad tracks laid out here. And it's looking pretty good, except for, of course, they're not going all the way down, which I don't have enough track for right now, but you can kind of tell how it's going to be laid out. Now, if you look over here, you can see that I have switches here and over there. And then, of course, it can go straight across here, but I've got the track taken out right now. However, there's a problem using the switches. The biggest problem is there's no way to ballast and mills plate this kind of track. At least I don't know how to do it. You know, because I can ballast and mills plate the switch alone, but then this curve is not a 90-degree curve because it starts right here and goes to here instead of being a 90-degree curve that would go all the way over to here. So I don't know how I can put a mills plate for just that partial curve, then connect it to a mills plate for the switch. It just, for me, would be very difficult to do. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a way to do it, but for me, it's probably beyond my expertise. And another thing, using the switches, it pushes the track out too far this way. As you can see here, the track is going off the platform on this side, and it's also going too far out here because I want it to be on the edge, you know, the half base plate on the edge here, so it's not too far into the platform. So let me show you what happens if I take out the switches and put in just curves. Okay, so now, as you can see, with just curves and no switches, I can easily ballast and mills plate this piece of straight track, and then ballast and mills plate this 90-degree curve on a 48 plate like I normally would. Now, obviously, it's going to be hanging over the platform a little bit here. So what I was thinking about doing is just putting a little corner section, either a straight out box or maybe just a diagonal to hold up that base plate that's going to be hanging off there, because it's going to be coming, let's see, where that seam is right there on the straight track, it'll be coming out straight this way and then back this way. So it'll be hanging off, I don't know, halfway or something. And that would be the same scenario over here. But the good thing is I can actually do it. I know how to do it, you know, as far as ballasting and mills plating the straight track and then ballasting and mills plating the 90-degree curves. The other good part about using just the curves is it brings it back to where now the straight part over here is lined up just how it should be on the edge of the platform, just enough to put a half base plate there with about an inch left on each side, or on the side closest to the edge. And then over here, obviously it's the same scenario where it's just on the edge and it's not pushed over on, you know, out beyond the edge like it was before. So now basically all I have to do is take off those curves, run a bunch of straight track in between, and that'll pull it all the way down to the end, which I already figured out. This end, this curves radius works perfect. As you can see here, it's the right width and everything. So yeah, so now we'll have the train track come, you know, basically instead of going straight through here, it'll come out here, go all the way out here, go around, go all the way down to the end of there, curve around, come back, and then come back in here, and then go on its merry way down that way. So that everything will be connected together as far as the railroad tracks go. Now, it would have been, yeah, it would have been cool to use the switches because you would have been able to have the track go straight across there as well. But like I said in the previous video, the only advantage to that is that, you know, I could have run the train on the existing track, on the track on this platform only, and bypassed this track. But I don't see any scenario when I would really want to do that anyway. So I don't think the disadvantage to not using the switches is going to be that big of a deal. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the new layout as far as the switches and the curves and the track is concerned. I do value your opinion. So yeah, let me go. Shoot me a comment. Let me know what you think. Obviously, these are the ballasted and mills plated sections that I took out over there that are sitting here. And that's another thing is running the switches. Let's see, let's put these together here. When the switches were on, the tracks were slightly closer together than what this mills plate and ballasting does here. Like these are tight together. These could actually be one plate instead of two. But as you can see, the tracks are uniform there as far as the distance apart. When I had the switches in, it was like on an angle because it went from this distance to a closer distance down there. I don't know if you noticed that when I had the switches in there. So that's another thing that caused me to kind of go this route instead of the switches. Because this way it comes out, it's all even between the tracks. I can ballast and mills plate the curves, and it comes out over here where it's even on the side where I want it to be and on that side where I want it to be. So it's a win-win using the curves instead of the switches. So, and I think it looks better too. So, you know, I'm nothing against those of you that suggested using the switches. It's just that in this situation, it's just gonna work better using the curves. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I also built this guy in my interim time here. This is the Fiat 500. I'm not sure when it came out, but boy, I tell you what, this is a tiny car. I thought at first it was a whole different scale of car than the Creator Expert cars, but then I just realized, wait a minute, it's got the same size tires and stuff, so it's got to be the same scale. It's just a really tiny car. Reminds me of like a Chevy Chevette or something from the 1970s. I guess this thing is from the 70s, or maybe even older than that. I'm not sure, but it is your basic Creator Expert car. You know, you got the doors that open. You got the hood that opens here. If I can get it without the car rolling. There we go. There's no engine under the hood because the engine is in the back, just like a Volkswagen. So we can see that here. Open up that, and there's the engine back in there. We got a little bit of luggage here on the back. It's got a, I don't know if you can call this a sunroof or a moonroof, where you take this and fold it back like that. And then you got a little sunroof there, which is pretty cool. I've never seen anything like this as far as the style, but that's probably how they did it back when this car was made. Now if I can get it back to where it was before. There we go. So there you go. That's the Fiat 500. It doesn't have steering because frankly it's just a It's not as articulated as the other cars because, well, one, it's not as big, so they probably didn't want to go through with making it have real steering and everything. But I think it's a cute little car. And I'll have to find some room on my shelf to put it. So let's do that now. There we go. What do you think? Squeezed it in between the pickup truck and the Mustang. So now we got the Camaro, the Corvette, the Mustang, the Fiat, the pickup truck, and the Land Rover. I just squeezed it, you know, put the other cars a little bit closer together, and we got it in there. So I don't know. It doesn't quite look in place, though. It looks like it's out of place compared to the other cars, but it'll work. It'll be okay. So there you go. Fiat 500 on the shelf in the collection. So the next step here on the platform is going to be to start ballasting and mills plating all this train track. I got to order more track to get the rest of it to go all the way down the other direction. Let's walk down there real quick. Kind of get the perspective from the other end here. How long this platform is. There you go. So this is what it looks like from the other end. So it's pretty long, you know, not 20 feet, but 16 foot 8 is what it is in the end. So we got a lot of room here, lots and lots of more room to start building mocks and start building, you know, all kinds of stuff. Somebody suggested I put a mountain and a tunnel on this end. That's a possibility. I just have to hone my creative mountain building skills better than what I built a mountain on the other platform, but something that would look really realistic from that end, and then you'd see the back structure of it from this end. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This new platform is looking good. It's nice and straight and level and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And it's all connected to the other platform. Of course, building the railroad and getting basically like the infrastructure in first is what I want to do here. Get the railroad established. Maybe get some roads in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to connect the roads to the other roads or not. I mean, what I could do is continue like this road over here from the Space Center, could go straight through the Space Center and come out on this side. Of course, it wouldn't be centered. It would be right here, and you know, instead of in the center. But it's not enough room to go through between the tracks anyway, so it would have to come right here on this side. But I don't know if there's enough room to do that either. And we might just have to have the roads separate on each platform as opposed to coming together. I don't know. It might be possible later on, but right now it's not looking like it's going to be the easiest to extend the road out from this point, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, that is about all I have for you today. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for taking me along. I do appreciate it. We got more videos to come. I know my upload schedule is kind of chaotic right now, but just bear with me. I try to get them out as often as I can. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Get those suggestions in on the comments, and I will see you soon. Oh, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now, and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video or you enjoy Lego. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.